Hi, everybody. It's Jesse Addy on the Upper West Side. Kelly Ford is here. Look at the gang. Look at this good-looking crew.
Look at this crew.
What is going on? Kelly's there on the Upper West Side as well, just down the road from me. Hello, Kelly.
Just paid my light bill. It turned on. Thanks,
Sabrina
Con Ed.
Sabrina from Queens is in Queens.
We are here in Queens.
How's your light bill? Everything?
Light bill, I think, is knock on wood going strong. Thank you, Con Ed.
Thank you, Con Ed. We love you. I actually put it on my phone. I have to pay my Con Ed bill. I may have gotten a little bit behind, but so my lights may dim. Just saying.
There's a punchline there about your dim lights, but I'm gonna leave it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's why I love you.
Restraint.
You're the best. All right, everybody. Thanks for jumping on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Monday through Friday at 2:00. And let's talk about something I found. This was on our sister station. I was like, there's a lot to get to with ACMs and everything, but this out of the gate needs to be mentioned on our sister station, WCBS 880. Connecticut officials warn of infections from Long Island Sound water. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the way water works, but if it's on the Connecticut side, more than likely it's on our side too.
I'm sorry. I went in once. I didn't know. I didn't know it would spread.
This is all your damn fault. Every time.
I'm going to make this simple. If you have a wound, a recent wound, you should not be going in the water. People that are getting this infection, that's what they all have in common. Some sort of cut or they got injured in the water. So if that's you, keep it out of the salt water, they say.
This is me acting shocked that this is happening in the year 2020. I know. It just pile on, right? And if you read, and not to like be dramatic or panic people, but if you read about how like serious this infection is if you get it, this would be the biggest story of probably September. But we happen to have another, infection that's going on. So dude, my daughter used to make me watch that show, and I had to stop. I think it's called like Monsters Inside Me or something. What? First of all, you'll never use a metal grill brush again, because like little pieces of it go inside you and then it creates this horrible infection. And you'll never swim in a lake again, because same kind of things, like these little microbes get in your head and eat your brain. Like, so yeah, of course we've got bacteria in the water. So yeah.
What was the name of that show?
Like Monsters Inside Me or something like that. I'm sure I'm getting that wrong.
No,
I'm gonna go delete that off my Netflix right now. That sounds horrible.
Whatever happened to these murder hornets too? Remember when those were a thing? Like, whatever happened to those creatures? Are they still around?
They're still murdering somewhere.
Yeah,
great.
I think they're the front line of that is out like in Washington, Oregon State. I think the fires may have killed them off. I don't know.
Oh,
that may be a murder.
God.
Little upside.
Very small.
Let's see who's jumping in here as well. Dawn says, happy Monday. Love that. Tomislav is watching on Periscope as well. And Dawn says, who has flesh-eating bacteria in Apocalypse Bingo?
Dawn for the win.
That's the winner.
That's why I would love Dawn.
There it is. Oh my God.
John says, hey, Jesse. So thanks, everybody, jumping in as well. Macys says, you can read this full story. This is from 1010 Wins. Yeah, our sister station. But Macys is what they're calling reinventing. So similar to the fireworks, it's going to be a made-for-TV special. They are going to be filming these segments around Herald Square. So they're going to be at random times, I would imagine. Just like on a random Tuesday in the middle of October for an hour, they'll take over Herald Square, film part of it, and then do the rest later. So
like
there are some other changes as well. It's very similar to what they did with the fireworks. This will be, I think, over the course of like the fireworks, they did 4 or 5 consecutive days. I think this is going to be just kind of because they do it during the day and it'll be kind of random and then package it all up. There are a few changes though to keep in mind with this. They're not, so they've officially, which is a bummer for Upper West Siders like Kelly and I, they're not doing the balloon inflation party, which usually happens over at the
Central Park West
Natural History Museum.
Yeah.
And also this is one of these things when technology is great and we're living in this technology world, but they're not going to be people carrying the balloons. They've actually got cars or machines that are going to be doing that. I wonder if people are going to come back
It's like, oh, now that we have this machine that carries all the balloons.
Because there's always that one poor skinny person who's like getting basically just, dragged around the balloon so heavy. I feel they're volunteers too. We interviewed some of them last year for the show. Like, it's just, I guess it'll work. It's just sad. I'm just sad.
It is. Yeah. It is interesting to watch because I've a couple of times seen them all walking in like 5, 6 in the morning, and you'll see a couple of people like the Olaf people like, oh, you're going to get dragged all over the place. Like you need a guy with a strong base like me, maybe to help you with that balloon.
Do you want to wrestle a snowman?
Do you?
Never mind.
Snowman.
Thank you.
You think I didn't know that?
Yeah.
I'm a grown ass man with no kids, but I know Frozen. Come on, I love it. I love it. All right, speaking of being fired up, Giants Monday Night Football tonight, and they're playing the Steelers. Kelly and I talked about this. They're at Jacksonville and Kansas City. And this, I know Sabrina sometimes zones out during sports. In those stadiums, they had about like 15, 16,000 people at the games. Now, when you do a show at PNC Bank Arts Center or Northwell Health at Jones Beach Theater, you have 15, 16,000 people. Is it possible in 2021 that we could see shows in stadiums that are not going to be full, not stadium shows?
Look how light those brights are. They're not dim at all. That's a brilliant idea, Jesse Addy. I love that so much.
I'm just saying. If anybody from Live Nation is watching, MetLife, Luke Bryan, Thomas, or anybody's people, because we're all like, oh, we'll do the drive-in theaters. Maybe we go the other way and do stadium shows. Maybe that's.
I like it. I like the way your brain is. When does the tailgate start for tonight's game?
It starts right now.
It started yesterday.
Yeah. That's the good thing because you don't have to wait for MetLife Stadium for the gates to open at MetLife.
No.
You can just go. By the way, I was watching football the other night. Kelly, our buddy Jetman, was in a Bud Light commercial.
What?
Congratulations. Yeah. Like a legit Bud Light commercial. So he can. Jetman's
How'd your Lions do yesterday?
The Lions. So there's the thing. This is the thing. So they lost, but more importantly, the Lions always lose at the end of a game, and so they broke my heart and they gave up a bunch of points in the fourth quarter. But I was like, oh yeah, I remember this feeling. Like this is that pre-COVID disappointment. Like there's no feeling in the world that doesn't feel great if it's from our normal lives, even if it has to do with your favorite football team blowing another game.
I love that, Jesse. Is that the sweetest guy math you just did there?
Guy math. Go Sports.
Are you Jets or Giants, Sabrina?
Go Sports. Honestly, if I had to pick one, I'd probably say Giants, but I go either way. My dad's a big Dolphins fan. I have some friends who are Steelers fans, so it's like, I bop around. Very Go Sports.
Right.
Go Sports.
Pro NFL.
You're the one that goes to the bar, watches the game, and if I ask you what the score was in the third quarter, you had zero idea.
Yeah, unless I got a really good glance beforehand, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know, like maybe it's a tie.
I don't know, but I have more drinks coming, so that's all I'm focused on. Let's see who's in here right now. Let's see. Lauren says all of my 94.7 faves.
Hi, Lauren.
Please live music in stadiums, right? Let's make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
Sabrina doesn't know it's the same old Lions. That's what SOL means.
What does that even mean?
Can't change.
I'm like, Jeremy, I don't even know what that means.
No.
So many nice bearded men on today's feed.
Nice beards today.
Yeah, very nice.
That's a legit. I know, Jeremy. That beard is legit and it is active.
I feel like
it is ready to go.
Kudos.
How do you get a mask seal on a beard like that? They don't need one, right?
Well, usually when I put it on for him, it doesn't take that long. No.
Oh my God, you're on fire today, Jesse. What is happening?
I
got this new setup. I got this screen behind me. I got this new mic.
The new man.
Boom.
This is big news. This is huge. For the first time, I think it was they said 9 years. Taylor Swift performing at the ACMs, doing the song Betty. Sabrina, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you?
49. I can't breathe. Honestly, this week is so good. First of all, starting with Dancing with the Stars coming back tonight, and then Betty live. Like, someone call an ambulance and have it sitting outside my home, please. Not kidding.
How did I completely forget about Dancing with the Stars tonight with Carol Baskin?
I can't wait. Apparently, her first song is "Eye of the Tiger."
Yeah.
That's what I
Perfect.
heard.
course.
Perfect. I feel like Taylor is going to come out either full on pregnant, like obviously people have been speculating that because like if you are obsessed with the album Folklore like we are, you know that she references that in some of the songs, and she looked as a person who's had 3 children. I do know what you look like when you're pregnant. I feel like in the cardigan sweater, she just looks glowing, and the cardigan song. And so, but then Katie Neal said this morning, no, I believe in 10 years she will say, this is my 10-year-old child I had.
Yeah.
But it could be kid.
Can we archive this, and then when she does get pregnant, we can pull it out and be like, we said it here first. Like someone do that. Like I will do that.
I honestly would lay money on the fact that she is pregnant right now.
What?
And is having a baby within the next 6
She
months.
does that stuff. She's very secretive. There's rumors that she's already married.
Oh,
like
she's for sure married.
It would not surprise me at all. Yes, she's so secretive with all this stuff.
And don't get us started on Carly Kloss and the cardigan connection.
That's a whole other live for another day.
So what you're telling me is she put out an album knowing I have to do it now, or I'm going to look pregnant in like a month or 2. So let me just get this out now. Let me do this performance.
Or she's putting out the album now in a pandemic, knowing that she doesn't have to go anywhere or show her face on tour anywhere.
Right. I think that's what I wanted to say. I didn't say it very well. So
it's okay. I took the
apologize.
brains for a
You
sec.
can't do the high kicks as well when you're pregnant. I mean, you can still do them. I mean, I could.
we'll
she
find
can
out.
rock. She be wearing those tights. There it is.
Taylor Swift performing ACMs 8/7 Central on CBS 2 here in New York. Speaking of ACMs, there's an award that was just handed out like moments ago. Congratulations, Thomas Rhett, Remember You Young Video of the Year. So there you go. And they've also handed out new artists to Riley Green, and also who's going to be on with Kelly tomorrow.
Yeah, 6:25 tomorrow morning. Mrs. Tennille Towns. She already won that. She's up for another one, musical event of the year on the big girl power. Fooled Around and Fell in Love. Miranda Lambert, Ashley McBryde, Maren Morris, Kaylee Hammock. I'm forgetting. Elle King. So Saturday night, Tennille performed on the Grand Ole Opry, and Ashley McBryde presented her with her trophy.
Oh,
And
That's
little
wow.
known fact, I don't think people, because Tennille people are just starting to understand who she is. You know, she's not a newcomer, but she's just now having success. She is a big deal in Canada.
Yeah. How odd is it? So there's Tennille Towns and Tennille Arts. We have two brand new artists from Canada, both named Tennille.
That's
The
like
odds are
the
bizarre.
odds?
that's like Sarah in New York is to Canada. Everybody must be named Tennille.
Everybody's
Right?
named
It's like
Tennille.
the name of the year in Canada. And then they're like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to name you Tennille too. Sorry. Sorry.
Can you do that accent again, please?
Sorry. I shouldn't be doing any accents. I apologize in advance for all the Canadians.
You're telling me if I go into my local Canadian mall and I yell out, "Hey, Tennille," and half the girls go,
Hey!
yeah, how's it going, eh? I'm Tennille. I'm
Hey, girl.
Tennille.
Sorry,
I
wrong Tennille.
like it. All right, let's see who's in here right now. Allison from Scotland.
Evening.
Accent,
begging me.
please.
No, you're
Accent.
Allison from Scotland. Oh my God. I love Outlander so much, Allison. Men in kilts. You know what I'm saying, girl?
Free peak time. We get it. Let's see. Lauren. So
You're a
Caitlin
grown-ass
Bristow
man
on
with no
too,
children.
Sabrina. Oh,
Yes.
Dancing with the
Our
Stars.
same Bachelor alum.
Mm-hmm. And Jeremy Loves Bacon checking in. Not just a beard, it's a passport to awesome.
Love it.
Yes, it is. Oh my God.
My man.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Where were we, as I say? Oh, this is on our website. There's no way I could come on here and not talk about a story that involves my beloved university. Now, it's not great news, but as I'm going through New York's country947.com, and there was a story about Michigan State. I assume it's going to be something with partying or whatever. It's the opposite. Strongly recommended Michigan State students self-quarantine so they can go to class. Or I bring this up to tell a Michigan State story. Basically, when I was at Michigan State, if you ever go, there's this place called Crunchies. Now, Crunchies, you go in, this is really gross. You order a bucket of beer. Now, when you normally get a bucket of beer, right? It's like they're all bottles stacked up. At Crunchies in East Lansing at Michigan State, they give you an actual, like a cleaning bucket full of beer. It's disgusting. But when
Everybody
you're like,
okay? What just happened?
is everybody there?
dropped. Yeah.
No.
Am I the only one hearing things?
No.
Sound like a big earthquake.
Oh.
Back to you.
So anyway, back to me. But anyway, you don't want to get the first bucket because it still tastes like soap. You don't want to get the last bucket because that's gross. But in East Lansing, get that bucket of beer.
Is there ice in it?
No, and they give you a bucket of beer and they give you a pitcher. So you take the pitcher and you dip it in the bucket.
So you transfer it from one plastic device to another.
No
Ladies
wonder
and
they're
gentlemen,
getting COVID.
I rest my case. Not to laugh.
cow.
I know it's serious. I know it's serious. Anyway, and tonight, the big debut of Rob and Holly on New York's Country 94.7. So Rob and I, we're so excited. So every night now on New York's Country 94.7, you're able to listen to Rob and Holly. Rob, believe it or not, coincidentally, went to Michigan State as well. How crazy is that?
Look at that.
They are a good-looking group there.
These are good-looking people. Holly's one of my most favorite people to listen to on the radio when I was working in Detroit. So excited to have them on. First show tonight at 7 o'clock at Rob and Holly Show if you want to follow along. And they're going to be on Monday through Friday on New York's Country 94.7. So welcome, Rob and Holly.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at that.
Round of applause.
Michigan State looks better on Rob than it does me. So I'm just, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, maybe it's the buckets.
Too much.
Too many buckets.
I had too many of the buckets. There we go.
You got
So,
it. Whatever it was.
Any parting words, Kelly Ford?
No, I'm still trying to figure out what the noise I heard was.
Yeah.
Sabrina, Giants or Steelers tonight?
Ooh, I'm gonna put my money and my brains on the Steelers.
No.
So we'll see. I know.
Giants.
When in doubt, go with the home team.
It's just throwing you softballs.
This goes to show how little I know, people. Like, learn better from me. Expect less.
I'm going with the Long Island Steelers.
I can't even. All right. I apologize for this whole thing.
I'm a mess.
All I did was set you up. Anyway, we're going to go. Thanks, Sabrina. Thanks, Kelly. Thanks, everybody, as well. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.